Hi everyone, I'm Gautam aka the Seeker of Wisdom. I'm a manifestation coach, and in this video, we're going to be talking about tarot cards and angel numbers with regards to the law of assumption. Now, before I do so, I'd like to remind you guys I am available for coaching. I offer hourly, monthly email, and DM coaching. The link will be in the description down below. I also have a Facebook group where I upload resources and where you can ask questions anonymously, and also a mailing list where I will upload articles from time to time and also discounts for my coaching as well. Again, all the link will be in the description down below, so be sure to check them out. So without further ado, let's get to it. This is a topic that I've always wanted to talk about, simply because this is something that a lot of people ask me, and this is an area where my beliefs have sort of evolved, for a lack of a better word, especially with regards to angel numbers. So for those of you who don't know what angel numbers are, essentially they are numbers such as, like, 111, or numbers which are like in repeated fashion. It could be double digits being repeated, or in most cases it's just single digits being repeated of the same fashion, so like 111, 777, 888, and so on and so forth. And the idea being that these numbers essentially have a meaning behind them. So for example, 555 often represents change. 888, anything associated with 8 in general, has to do with wealth, and so on and so forth. And whenever people see angel numbers, right, they would think that it has a certain meaning, and that's why it is popping up where it is popping up. And that's the and oftentimes when people are manifesting something, right, they tend to see a lot of you know angel numbers, and they tend to wonder, like, what is this all about, like, and they tend to check for signs then. And also, with tarot, the thing is that people will ask for like a reading, be it through an Instagram page or be it through someone who does tarot card readings about other people. In many cases, it's their specific person or even career, and they try to get a sensing of the situation. Now, with regards to law of assumption, the way I perceive angel numbers is that things take on the meaning that you give, essentially. And if, for example, if you think a sign is good, it's good, right? If you think it's a favorable sign, then it's a favorable sign. If you think it's unfavorable, it's unfavorable, because whatever you assume to be true becomes true, right? And law of assumption is all about assuming favorably regardless of what you see, and your desires unfolding in the most favorable way possible. So with regards to like angel numbers especially, there was one point in my journey where I used to like really look into angel numbers, especially when I see 1111 or 1212 and so on and so forth. And there was one point in my journey where I saw so many angel numbers that it got so out of hand at one point, to the point where it lost its meaning for me. And I simply gave it the assumption that every time I see an angel number, it means that I'm things are favorable for me, that things are always headed in the right direction for me, and it's just confirmation for me. And that's how I assume it. That's the meaning that I decided to give it consciously. So it's almost like a placebo for me, if you will. So whenever I see like favorable angel numbers, or if it's related to me in a very personal way, so for example, if it's like my birthday number, or if it's any other number that's really related to me or my loved ones, I see it as, okay, this is a sign that everything is going favorably for me, and I just take it as that, and I just keep going, right? I don't look into websites for meanings and everything, because truth be told, even if you were to do that, one, you don't know how reliable they are, and two, it varies from source to source. So you kind of wonder, like, where does this all come from, and how reliable is this data. So the ideal thing that you can do is to really assume the best and keep going into your journey. And even with tarot, that's what I would say as well. With tarot, the thing is that it's reflecting what's going on within you. So the ideal thing to do when you get a tarot reading is to simply take it as an indication of what's going on in your mind at that point in time, right? That is a reflection of you, right? Like it's basically reflecting like what's going on right now, where are your thoughts right now, essentially. But that doesn't mean things are set in stone. For example, if you get a tarot reading saying that your SP won't contact you or your SP won't come back, that is not set in stone, ideally speaking, because the thing is that you can change the situation because you are the creator of your reality. You can flip those situations, right? So don't take it as it being set in stone, but rather take it as this is what is reflecting right now because of my current thoughts or my past thoughts, assumptions and beliefs. Sorry. And if I could change that, things will change, and things will change favorably when I change my thoughts, to think and act favorably. So rather than taking it as, oh no, this is the end, in that kind of a way, see it as, this is where my thoughts are, and I can change it, because your thoughts are the most, like powerful thing. Like you can create anything with your thoughts, right? Favorable outcomes and unfavorable outcomes as well. So use your thoughts to create favorable outcomes for yourself. And that's pretty much it, honestly, because like people often tend to use these things to really predict the future, or to really get a sensing of the outcome. And coming at it from a very law of assumption perspective, like that doesn't really make sense, in the sense that there are infinite outcomes. So what outcome are you exactly predicting? What outcome are you exactly looking out for, right? So if you come at it from that perspective, really that all possibilities already exist. You can claim all that you desire, and you can give these things a favorable meaning, that these are just indications of where I am right now. And especially for angel numbers, because it's so vague, you can give it any meaning you desire. If you see a certain number, you can always say like wealth is always growing for me, right? And every time you see that number, you have that assumption, and you will start to see those results, for example. So it's really up to you on how you decide to interpret these things. And there are a lot of things out there that are up for interpretation. The whole world is up for interpretation. And when you assume the best, right, the best will unfold in your life, right? And you are essentially using these as a conscious manifester to your advantage by using them as placebos. And if you know about placebos, you know that even if something is a placebo, it still works, right? So this is really effective, so use it to your advantage in that way. Now I'm not saying that this is fake or whatnot. Obviously, like there, with everything, there are people who are very genuine with this, and would give you a very authentic reading. And there are also folks who may not do so as well. So you have to look out for what you're getting yourself into, obviously. And practice caution there. But even when people are doing it genuinely, understand this is more about you than it's about anyone else out in the world. This isn't about your SP, this isn't about the circumstances, this is always about you and only you. And if you can change your thoughts, if you can change what's going on within you, you can change anything on the outside, because the world is a reflection of you. And everyone is within you, everyone is connected to you, no one is separate from you, right? If you can come to this truth, if you can realize this truth, and if you can internalize this, right, you wouldn't take anything in a very personal way, because that everything is just a reflection of you, and you will just simply change it within your mind, change your inner conversations, change your thoughts about it, change your outlook on the whole thing that's going on. And you'll keep going, because that this doesn't matter. Why? Because circumstances do not matter at all when it comes to manifesting your desires. So nothing is set in stone. So if you do want to get a reading with regards to tarot or something, like, you can go ahead, but really come at it from a place of like, okay, this is where my past thoughts and assumptions were, but if I can change my thoughts, things will change as well. So coming at it from that perspective really takes that pressure off from it. And also even with like angel numbers, always coming at it from that perspective will really help. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, guys. If there's any questions, do leave them in the comments. And just a quick disclaimer though, like, these are just my views, and these are my interpretations of these things. Of course, your views can definitely vary from mine, and so I just like to say, please take what resonates and leave the rest. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. And I have a quick announcement as well. So many of you have been DMing me about YouTube video ideas and stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is basically I'm actually going to be having a survey form, and I'm going to be linking it in my Linktree page. So whenever you guys have any ideas you'd like to send me, right, you can put down your name and write down what is it that you like me to talk about. And when I do have time to explore that topic, I'll certainly will explore that topic and expand on it as much as I can. So yeah, so with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy manifesting. Peace.